Hi guys, so today I have a few watercolor palettes, or a couple of watercolor palettes to share with you that Dye & Press has just brought to HSN. I want to show you these because I'll probably be using them here and there in other videos, so I wanted to have a full explanation and like swatches of these guys before you see them in other spots. Along with that, I'll probably be using the watercolor paper that they just came out with. So they have black watercolor paper sheets. They're A2 size, and then the white ones, which I already showed you in a different video, but I'll use them today also. So these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. And any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thank you for using those if you would like. Again, it might be in a little shopping bag right here in the corner, but all the links will be in the description box for a more detailed list of all the things that are available now that Dye & Press is brought to HSN. So right now we're going to focus on these guys. So we have what they call the watercolor kits in brights, and then I think the other one's called metallic, although they both I think have a metallic nature to them. At least that's what it looks like, but we will see. So let me open these guys up. Oh, I love the packaging. It looks really nice. Look at that with the branding on there. Lovely. Very, very reminiscent of like the markers that we saw, the way they're kind of packaged and all that. So let me open this guy up. So this is the brights, and then this one is metallic, and I'll be right back with these papers to the side for right now. This is very cute. I love the packaging, but this one has like little metallic kind of speckles on it to look different from the brights. So let's open these guys up. It feels very sizable. I'm super excited to try these guys out. I don't want to rip the box. There we go. Oh, okay. Oh, and it comes with paper. Cool. I didn't know that. I thought it was just going to be the palettes. So it does come with some black and white watercolor paper, so that's great. So that's, again, brights, and then this one here being our metallic that I'm assuming, oopsie, oh my goodness, will also come with some papers for you. Let's put the packaging to the side. So there you go. With these guys, it's, plenty of paper to refill with. So there you go. It has the little labeling there. So let's open this. Again, this is brights, and then the other one is the metallic. So I'm going to try to keep them over here so I recall the difference. As you can see, they have chameleon colors, what they're calling chameleon colors, and then I guess this is the brights section of it. But this palette part might be similar to what you see in the other one. Really cool. It comes with a water brush. So we'll play with that today. It comes with a wash brush. Usually when it's bigger like this, they call it a wash brush, but it's basically a flat brush. It has a pencil, so you can sketch out if you would like, things like that. This little guy, generally I use it when I'm kind of coloring. Let's say I have my water brush, and maybe I just use like purple or something, and I just want to clean it off really quickly. I'm trying to get the lid off. I'll just kind of wipe it on here, and then I'll keep going. Sometimes I'll wipe it on my hand, but that's what this is for. At least that, in my opinion, that's what this is for. But if you just want to put some water in that to soak it up and use it, in that way, then you're more than welcome to. I'll leave that right there. You have an eraser for your pencil, and then you even have a sharpener in here. So it's a really cute travel set, but all in one. Everything's there. I love that it has this little piece that's kind of like stencil material. It's not just a little throwaway plastic, so you can put that back on there if you would like. And then here we have the metallic. Well, there we go. And so again, similar, water brush, wash brush, your pencil, your little kind of dabbing and daubing area, your eraser and your sharpener. And then let me show you the colors. So like I said, I feel like the chameleon color area is pretty much the same, but then these guys are what they call metallic, and hopefully you can kind of see the metallic nature of them. So what I plan to do in this video is more just to show you pretty much each and every color. So what I'm going to do is grab, well, I'll just take it from here, black paper and a white paper from each one, so you can see how they look on black paper and on white paper. So this guy, I'll have that, and I'll have this, and this one I'll have this, and I'll have this, and we'll try it out there. Okay, so let me grab some water. Basically, with these guys, I'll just be using this. That's your lid just for that portion there, but this guy, you're supposed to unscrew it. Oh, there you go. Okay, so some of them unscrew counterclockwise so that as you're using it, it doesn't just start unscrewing. So, you would think it goes one way or the other, but you're going to unscrew it. You'll feel, obviously, it's getting tighter or looser, but it is counterintuitive. Just put a little water in here from your, faucet, and you can fill it all the way up to here, and then just close it back up. Okay, so again, see, to me close it back up is this way, but it's actually this way. So anyway, I will be right back. Okay, so let's start with the brights. Let me put this over here. These are going to be the same on both of them, so you know, I'll probably just use one side, and I'm thinking about possibly using the wash brush for these so you can get a really good look. So just a little bit of water, maybe I'll dip in here. Obviously on white paper you're not going to see too much, but there's like some shimmer to it. But over here we can put that on and it looks really awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go through and, you know, not to waste too much of your time. I guess I'm going this way, which I probably should have gone pink to white, but that's okay. So I'm going to get some of the green and get that guy going. Again, most of the time when people use watercolor, they're putting a ton of water on their little palette, right? I'm being real conservative with it for some reason, but there you go. So there's your green, and then there it is over here. Okay, and I'll come back and show you what that looks like. The watercolor paper, the white one, does have texture to it where the black is more like a smooth card. So just letting you know about that. And again, let's get this guy going. And so I'm just going to take a moment to go through and just put the colors down just the way you're seeing me do right now, okay? And I will show you what that looks like when I come back. So for both palettes, you're going to have the very same colors. I will say the one that's super interesting to me that stands out is this blue one right here. This is supposed to be blue. And if you look at it, it does have like a brown undertone. It came out very brown over here. That's the blue one. But on the black, you can see it very blue. So again, it's metallic. It has like different, or chameleon, I guess that on those ones. That's what they're calling them. So the nature of it does look different, right? So we have the white. We have the green, the darker green right here. And as you see over here, it's a little more but browny green, and then that pink, or you know, color is this one here, but over here it looks more corally pink. The blue is here, so blue here, but more of a brown tone here. This coppery color is almost true on both areas, and then the lighter green is kind of a greenish brown here, and then it's very green over here, right? So I just want to show you those, so we can have a lot of fun with those guys. With this guy, yeah, once you put the water in there, you just kind of give it a squeeze, get the water going, and there it is already. It's probably like what you would consider a large brush. And so what I'm going to do with this one, with the brights, I don't know that these are meant to work on black paper. I know these are, but maybe the metallic ones, I don't know, but we'll see when we get there. For right now, I'm just, why do I keep going backwards? Let's go here. Let's start with the red. I'm going to wipe it off again. You can wipe it off on here. Get that water going again. Let's start with this one, and maybe I'll do it this way. What I normally do is I'll keep this little sheet with the palette so I can see really quickly what the colors would look like. But I'm going to wipe it off on here just so that my pictures don't look really not great with all this ink, or not ink, but watercolor on there. So there's that. Let's get some of the orange. Pretty, and then you can kind of, generally when you swatch, what you want to do is get like a darker area and then wash it out so you can kind of see what it might look like as you get lighter. But you know, you can also just put down your color. Okay, so I'm going to go across and do all these just how you're seeing, a little bit darker, and then kind of wash it out. I'm just giving it a squeeze. Try not to contaminate them too much so you can get a good idea of the actual colors. Ooh, that's so pretty. I love that teal color there. And I'll be right back. I'm going to do the next row. Gorgeous colors, really pigmented. I mean, I'm barely picking up any color on these guys to get it going. With the Chameleon, you do really want to get that color going, right? But there you go. So again, what I normally do is I would cut this little piece down and just have it in here so I can make a quick reference to the colors and how they look. Really pretty. I love that green, that teal. Gorgeous. So again, these aren't really meant to show up on black paper. I mean, that one does. But like if you were to go into, I don't know, maybe let's see about this one. It's kind of there, right? The blue. But you know, obviously if you're working with darker colors, it's not going to show up as much. I'm just kind of playing at this point. Oh, there it is. You know what it is? It's because they have a lot of pigment, so you can still see it pretty good, but I don't know that the intention is for that. Maybe it is. Okay. I'm going to leave this here, and then with this guy, I'm going to get a fresh paper, and let me just really clean this off. And let's start off with the metallics. So I'm going to do the same thing, just getting some of this guy And there's the silver, wiping that off. Next one's like a purple. Okay, and I'll just keep going across. If I think that it would show up on this black paper, I'll also do that. So you can kind of see this, it looks almost chalky. So maybe I'll do the same thing with these guys. Actually, if I'm going to do it, I might as well just do it. There we go. Okay, so there's, I mean, look how much came off. All I did was wipe it, and it's just really good stuff here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, as I go along, let me do this kind of pewter color since I already did it up there. Okay, so I'm going to go into the bronze and then also do it here, okay? And I'll be back to show you what that looks like. Okay, guys, so these look really phenomenal. On some you can see that shimmer on the white paper. I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to hold it in a way. But on the black paper, you can definitely see it. I mean, see how that shimmers? So pretty. And again, these are the original ones, the Chameleon, and then these are the metallic watercolors. Again, these guys, I mean, you can't see them. So that's good to know. They're super pigmented. And then again, this is on the white paper, the metallics. So what I'm going to do is just make some quick backgrounds just for fun. So like, say I have this black paper here, and generally for a wash you want like the larger brush, and you know, water getting on there, that's just fine. So maybe I come in here and I get some of this, and you can do wet on wet. You can wet your paper, you can spray it with some water first, you can just kind of come in and just mess with the colors, really get some water on there. And I'm just gonna leave this the way it is just for like a quick background. So maybe this yellow, so I went from like the coppery color to like the orangey color to some yellow, and it can just sit there and dry and it'll just be a cool background. It can be that quick and easy, right? I'm gonna hit it with the heat tool and show you what that looks like, and I'll be right back. Okay, just something like that. I think I missed a little bit up here, but look how metallic and cool it is. Die cut this. Obviously, I'll put some pretty flower die cuts over the top, you know, whatever it is that you like. I do have an idea on using a different set that's you'll see in a tutorial coming up here, but I want some bright colors on that. So let's oh, you know what, let me spray this with a little bit of water just to show you. And of course I'm just, you know what, let me put something under this and I'll be right back. So for this one, I'm just gonna spray it already with some water. It does make a difference, you know, in how you bring color over. This guy is a pretty good sized brush. If you want to use this to grab some color and just do the same thing we just did and just bring in more color, you can definitely do that. Again, I'm going to wipe it off here, but maybe go into this purple. I just want something that I'm going to end up die cutting later, so I'm just trying to get some color down. Don't really care too much how that looks. Like just getting it down. Oh, maybe some of this teal, so pretty. Yep. And I'm making it pretty watery, you know. So, okay. I'm going to hit that with the heat tool too. If you want to, you know, you can always use a paper towel and pick up some color if, you know, you get something where you don't want it. But when you do that, it does give an image of like the paper towel sometimes. So, you know, if you want to do something like that, you can definitely do that. I'm just going to hit it with the heat tool, and then I'm going to do some black speckles. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll show you a little bit of the difference here. So this was wet on wet. I had wet the paper, put on the color, and look how ethereal and soft and, you know, the way it is. This was dry paper with the color, and then, you know, obviously you can see all your brush lines. Of course, I can keep playing with that if you didn't want to see the brush lines so much, but, you know, just something to think about, the different effects. The reason I dried this is because I want to go in with some black speckles, and generally when you do that, if you go in when it's wet, it's just going to splotch out. And it might still, because this paper's still a little bit damp, but I'm just going to really get some water going, and I'm almost done with the water that's in here actually. But just really get this really wet, get some of that black on there, and then just hit it against your finger. And it puts the little black artsy speckles all over, as much or as little as you like. I'm going to wipe that out a little bit. Generally the color doesn't go back into your water. See how clear the water is still? Because it just stays out here, and so if you wipe it off, obviously if I go into the water and kind of push and suck it back up, it might go in, but I don't do that. I just kind of dip it in the water. You have your speckles. I mean, if you want to do the same thing with like an ethereal looking speckle, you can definitely do that. It just, you know, on the white paper it may not show up as much, but let's say I got some of this green one. I'm just kind of playing at this point, and then you just speckle that too. And now you have some other colors of speckles, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. Hopefully you can kind of see the, you know what, my lighting gets really dark up there, but like right here, the little green speckles, and they are a little shimmery. You can appreciate it better in real life, but you have the black matte, and then you have the little sparkly ones. You know, in the cover they show you like gold speckles. You can definitely do that with like the bronzy color, or over here with this guy if I want to get gold and go for it. Oh my gosh, I think you can see it better down here. Once I get up here, the lighting changes, and you can just see the little green flecks. So pretty. So just some fun backgrounds. Obviously you can watercolor with these, like if you're coloring in an image and all these fun things. For right now I have a specific idea for this guy, and so that's why I wanted to get this video going so you would see it, and then in the next video or whenever I do release that video, you'll see some of these guys. So again, I'll just cut this down, keep it in there, so I always have a reference of the brights and then a reference of the metallics, and maybe even on black if I wanted for these guys, you know, maybe keep both these in here. Anyhow, thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Diamond Press, for sending these items for review. I'll have a couple of images coming up, and I'll have the links there for you guys, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.